If you even cared, you'd actually be here.
Spider-Man Brand New Day is already making waves, and what's wild is that it's not even close to release yet. The reason it's all over the internet is because filming is happening in a way that almost feels like a public event. Instead of being locked away in some big studio with tight secrecy, cameras are rolling right out in the open on the streets of Glasgow, Scotland. Since those streets are completely accessible, fans and even random passers-by have had the chance to witness the action. Naturally, that means photos and videos are popping up all over social media, and the buzz is unlike anything else. It's almost like Spider-Man has jumped right off the big screen and into real life. Of course, Spider-Man already had an incredible debut in the Marvel Cinematic Universe when Tom Holland's version showed up in Captain America: Civil War. That moment alone had fans losing their minds, because it confirmed Marvel finally had the rights to include the character in its massive connected world. From there, the excitement just kept building with each new appearance: Homecoming, Infinity War, Far From Home, and especially No Way Home, which smashed expectations and became one of the MCU's biggest cultural hits. So when news broke that Marvel was officially moving ahead with another solo Spidey adventure, this time Spider-Man Brand New Day, it wasn't surprising to see people losing it online. And now that filming has started, the energy is through the roof. The decision to shoot in Glasgow has turned into a genius move, partly because the location doubles so well for New York City, and partly because it gives fans an unexpected way to engage with the movie before it even releases. Hundreds of people have shown up, either hoping to catch a glimpse of Tom Holland in costume or simply curious about the Hollywood-scale production in their city. Because of that, you've got an endless stream of set pictures, some polished by pro photographers, others snapped on phones, that are keeping social media buzzing every single day. What makes this different from the usual behind-the-scenes leaks is how real everything feels. When you see Tom Holland, or his stunt double, dressed in the classic red and blue suit swinging across practical props, it's almost like you're watching a finished scene. Kids standing nearby in their own Spider-Man costumes are staring in awe, and fans are editing the pictures to make them look like official stills from the movie. It creates this strange but thrilling vibe, like the barrier between fiction and reality has blurred. Because Spider-Man has always been described as the friendly neighborhood hero, it just makes sense that he looks most alive in real neighborhoods, surrounded by regular people instead of just green screens. That's why the Glasgow filming feels so special. It's not just about marketing or spoilers, it's about the atmosphere. There's a buzz in the city, almost like a festival, and you can feel that same energy online whenever new pictures drop. It's honestly one of the best unintentional marketing campaigns Marvel has ever had. Even though the movie won't release until 2026, fans are already invested because they're seeing their hero in action months, even years, before the big premiere. And the cool part is, despite all these set photos flooding the internet, Marvel has managed to avoid spoiling the movie. That's rare these days because usually when filming happens out in the open, major reveals leak early. But Marvel played it smart. They officially showed off Spider-Man's new suit themselves on social media before filming started. That way, when fans saw Tom Holland wearing it on set, it wasn't some shocking spoiler, but instead a planned reveal. The rest of what's been spotted, Spidey swinging between buildings, riding on the back of a tank, or dodging explosions, are just standard action beats. Everyone already expects Spider-Man to have big fights in New York, so nothing crucial about the plot has actually leaked. Even those who have been physically present on set, like reporters or dedicated fans who traveled, have admitted that what they've seen doesn't really give away the storyline. They might know there's a car chase or a fight scene, but that doesn't ruin the actual twists Marvel has in store. Instead, it just makes everything feel even more exciting because people are watching movie magic happen right before their eyes. One of the biggest talking points to come from the set is Zendaya's return as MJ. There had been rumors she might appear in a smaller role this time, especially since she's working on Dune Part 3. But new set photos confirmed she's back, and they've sparked a lot of speculation. In one emotional scene, MJ and Peter are spotted at Aunt May's grave, paying their respects after her heartbreaking death in No Way Home. The big question is whether MJ actually remembers who Peter is. Because of Doctor Strange's spell, the world forgot his identity, and that left their relationship in limbo. So seeing them together again has fans buzzing about whether their love story will get another chance, or if it's destined to stay bittersweet. This kind of mystery is exactly why fans are hooked. On the one hand, Zendaya's MJ might only appear in a handful of scenes, but those could end up being the most meaningful of the film. Her presence alone shows that Peter's personal life hasn't been forgotten, even though Marvel is packing this movie with tons of new characters and action beats. Whether she remembers him or not by the end of the film is shaping up to be one of the biggest emotional questions hanging over Brand New Day. But Spider-Man isn't the only hero making headlines with this project. Mark Ruffalo's Hulk is also confirmed to appear, and that news alone sent shockwaves through the fandom. It's been a while since we've seen Bruce Banner do much in the MCU. After becoming Smart Hulk off-screen between Infinity War and Endgame, he's mostly shown up in mentor roles, like helping Shang-Chi or training She-Hulk. But fans have been itching to see the return of a more classic, rage-filled Hulk for years. That's why people are buzzing about the possibility of Savage Hulk making his return in Brand New Day. With characters like the Punisher, Scorpion, and possibly Mr. Negative rumored to appear, there are plenty of ways the story could push Bruce back into a state of raw, uncontrollable power. Maybe a villain's experiment backfires. Maybe a brutal fight reawakens his primal side. It doesn't really matter how, but the idea of Spider-Man and the Punisher trying to contain a rampaging Hulk sounds like the kind of chaotic team-up Marvel fans dream about. Of course, there's a risk here. Some worry this could feel repetitive because Marvel already brought back a Hulk variant recently with General Ross becoming Red Hulk in Captain America: Brave New World. That storyline had hype, but it didn't land with everyone, partly because Red Hulk's development was rushed. If Marvel repeats that formula with Bruce, just turning him into a mindless weapon for a single fight, it could feel like a missed opportunity. Hulk deserves more than just being a plot device. He needs an actual arc that evolves his character. What gives fans hope is the possibility of Marvel pulling something directly from the comics. In the storyline Immortal Hulk: Great Power, there's a memorable scene where Hulk recognizes Peter Parker even though the rest of the world has forgotten his secret identity. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.